to do it for a month, like the whole month, you know. So it's water, green tea, ginger and turmeric tea.
Yeah.
So that's what I be. No sugar, you know. And I was telling somebody, I feel different, babe.
Yeah,
Like I don't feel like draggy. Like normally this time during the day,
ready.
I'm ready to sleep, man. But I feel energetic, you know.
Well, guess what? That's real food energy. That
I think
ain't-
it's burning the fat now. They say wherever the
What
fat is
fat?
stored in the body, yeah, but you got fat in my body, but so here's what they say. Because you know I've been eating all the fatty foods, or whatever the case may be, right? So so apparently your body becomes a hybrid, how it described it. Because you're no longer using sugar for energy, it's using the stored fat for energy. I was like, what? So your body is now looking at a new source, which is wherever it can find fat in your body for that energy. Yeah, yeah. And if it's yeah, look at you. Yeah, but I can tell you, but like it feels good. It improves your skin. I didn't know that.
Of course, man. Come on, man. That's
Like,
almost a given.
wow, babe.
Good afternoon. Good afternoon. Good afternoon, people. It's a Trapsy Tuesday.
Crazy.
Enjoy. Keep it up. I'm so happy that you enjoyed that, though. But I wish you had
Yeah,
it
man.
somewhere else first, so you'd be like.
Yeah,
Most
no, no,
people don't spice it up like that.
no. That was lit, man.
That's what I'm saying.
And
It's usually
the
very
salmon
bland.
was well seasoned.
Yes, season.
Yeah.
Season.
And I ate all the. I didn't use any. I didn't have any salad dressing.
Touch me. Touch me.
You know.
Touch me.
You know. That ain't
That's
me,
my
bro.
business. All right, that's you. Yeah, Randy.
Yeah.
Randy, I told me Kevin salmon today, bro.
Yeah.
First
It
time
was
having
seasoned.
quinoa, and he loved it.
Ah.
He loved it.
So to be continued.
Yes, yes,
You can talk later.
yes.
And the nights that stop free mind, free mind. There are many shows on the pathway, not like free mind. Since the heaven dial, you won't find none like free mind. From the ghetto to the office, I slept through the sky. From the views to Parliament, all the freedom of the time is fine. I got to free my mind. Every song, it really is you. I got to free my mind.
Jesus, and then other news, my brother just said this to me. This is exactly what we did not want to happen.
Can I tell you I go on this screenshot?
Shalom, Tamra. Hello, darling. How art thou? How art thou? How art thou? Happy. What today is? Tuesday? Well, I don't know why I keep thinking today is Wednesday. Don't know why. Star 106 hits a pleasant Tuesday. Good afternoon, everybody. Welcome to another Trapsy Tuesday edition of Free Your Mind, brought to you courtesy of none other than the folks at the Cleveland Clinic. Thank you to Muffler World. Click, continue to share the vibe. Thank you to the Central Bank of the Bahamas. Pinder Tile. Thank you to City of Hope, formerly Cancer Treatment Centers of America. The Six Caribbean Baseball Cup. Thank you to ESC Distributors, Keep the Vibe Alive Music Group. And of course, thank you to Alpha Sound Promotions. The countdown is on. It's official. Yes. November the 2nd, it'll never be the same. I'm telling you. Best of the best, reloaded, the best in rake and scrape, all on one stage, one night only. And of course, I have got passes to give away. So you definitely want to keep it locked. All right. Good afternoon to everybody. 106.5 on the FM band, channel 970 Channel 976 on cable. All right. So shout out to everybody listening on cable. And of course, thank you to everybody on the Facebook Live, Star 106 and Natural Empress on Facebook. Man, oh man, I got one for y'all today. Oh my Lord, anytime I thought that, you know what, I've heard it all. And yeah, this is just, just another one of those stories. I have not heard it all. And after today's story, you guys can, be the judge and tell me if you have actually heard it all. All right. First question, first things first. If I was to ask you, like, what is your biggest fear, right? In terms of, just in life, whether it be, and it has to be, I'm not talking about in terms of goals and failures. I'm talking about things that you actually fear. What is like your biggest fear? Not necessarily pet peeve, but what is your biggest fear? The things that you are fearful of. Some people, I know I have a nephew who is absolutely terrified of roaches. Like, I mean, it's ridiculous. I'm like, you're a big bodybuilding strapping young man. How could you be afraid of a little roach? And I mean, to the point where he'll jump up on the couch, and it's really quite a sight to see. But it's a very, what fear is just basically an unpleasant emotion caused by the threat or danger or pain or harm. That's what fear is. So when we talk about that kind of fear, I want to know, before I go any further and tell you about today's situation, I want to know what your fear is. And I can tell you what mine is. Like me, I will move out of a house. I will abandon it in 2 seconds flat if I ever come in contact with a rat. My biggest fear, now you heard something about me, and this stands to be true. I am terrified of rats. I just think they're disgusting. I think they're just the ugliest. Like, I know people who have had hamsters, and I refuse to go to their home just because of the hamster. And they're like, oh, it's a hamster. It's not a rat. It's a tamed, so-called clean version of a dirty street rat. That's what a hamster is for me. It looks the same. It just looks a little bit clean-ish. And it's caged, and it's fed, and it's taken care of. But to me, it's still a rat. All right? Now, Kevon, I see you put snake. I will even consider touching a snake. Maybe. Now this is really like a stretch of my imagination for a moment, but I am quicker to come in contact with a snake and overcome that fear as well. And I've done it before, right? I won't put one around my neck like I see people do around their waist. No, this girl ain't gonna do that. All right. But I will do that and at least consider it quicker than I will think about a hamster or a dirty rat. Okay, I'm not doing the rat. So my question to you is, what is your fear? Raisa says snakes and centipedes and frogs. Kevon says the snakes include human forms and snakes. Yeah, I don't like them either, Kevon. I get it. But other than the rats, the snakes, and the centipedes and the frogs, what else do you fear? It doesn't have to be an animal as such. Some people fear driving on highways. I have a friend that will take every side road that the people ever built on major highways in the US, will take all the side roads just to avoid the highway because she is super fearful of getting on the highway. I guess it's the speed of the other cars or keeping up with the speed of the cars. whatever it is, she will not take the highway. So it's not only about animals. All right, right. So getting into an accident is my fear. Okay, yes. People are fearful, and I guess that's why a lot of people don't like highways. I think for anybody that lives in the east, I think y'all need to be fearful of Prince Charles Highway because what is it? What is it called? Prince Charles Highway? Or what is it a highway? Is it officially a highway? Prince Charles Drive? What is it? Anyway, anybody that drives on Prince Charles, I salute you. I curtsy and I bow to you simply because that is one road that you should be fearful of. That road for me is deemed unsafe. There is no median between the two sides of traffic. And thank you, Prince Charles Drive. It's a highway as far as I'm concerned. Okay. That for me is a fear. I do not, if I don't have to drive Prince Charles, I won't because to me that's a death trap. Somebody decides to make a bad swerve, tire blows out. You better believe they're coming into the oncoming traffic. Okay. So there are different levels of fear. So this story that I'm about to tell you guys is of a young lady who is fearful of fire. All right. I'm going to take a quick break right here. I'm going to get into it in just a sec. Trust me, when I say Trapsy Tuesday, you have no idea where I'm going with this, but stick around to learn more right here on a Trapsy Tuesday, right here at the hit station. We're Star 106.
Treatment Centers of America.
Okay, I gotta turn on my fan, guys. Hold on.
Created one of the leading cancer care.
Yeah, that's a disaster, Tamara. No median, and I just don't understand Baymans because at the end of the day, for y'all that live out east, y'all supposed to be picketing and rioting and doing all these things so that they could put a median in between those two lanes. It's ridiculous. Heights. Okay, that's a good one. I forgot there are people that are actually scared of heights. Yeah, that's a real good one. Beats, are you fearful of anything? Huh? That's a question. They just fixed the light by the Medi Center, or that was down in Hill. Child, I wouldn't know. I don't go these if I don't have two kids. That road is ridiculous. I don't understand how y'all. Boy, I don't know. Anyway. Star 106 hits. Welcome back. Free your mind on a Trapsy Tuesday. Boy, do I have a story for you guys. So initially, I'm asking you about your fears, things that most people fear. And just looking at the responses on social media, most people fear animals, whether it be a snake. I think snake is ranking number one. For me, it's rats, any kind of rodents. I see here frog, amphibian.
What?
And I see also, what's it, snake, rat, centipede, and roaches. Please, real quick, because boy, do I have a story to tell.
It's funny.
What do you fear?
I used to actually be terrified of not rats, snakes, and centipedes. But like literally, as I become a dad, I don't know.
You gotta be strong. You gotta be.
I see like they just stop looking at they literally the look of it just changed. I just look at it like you got a dad, boy.
Yeah,
I ain't scared of you no more. You can get mash.
right,
I just killed one the other day.
exactly.
Like it ain't nothing.
I will kill a centipede. I will do everything but mess with a rat. I will move out of my home.
Really?
No, real. Me and no rat gonna be living in the same house.
Oh, I hate rats.
No, I'm afraid. I'm terrified.
I hate rats. I had to kill a mouse the other day too.
So, you know, I'd have to.
But I was so happy because it's like I killed that rat like he owe me 50 grand. Like I was like, I come and I catch him inside the room. I'm like, oh, so now I see you. I say, come. I lock
No.
I lock the door. I say, you can dare today.
Oh, I know some people that lizards. I'm not afraid of them.
I really scared. I only don't like the baby lizards. That's for other reasons.
Right.
Yeah.
I remember those.
Yeah.
I had two that came around me.
Yeah, I had two as
Yeah,
well.
you had two dogs?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, I used to be seeing them around the house now and see like
see them.
I rebuke
They
that.
don't come. They don't come
I
around me.
rebuke that. I just knock them down. I say, we don't come around the house.
And then I'm thankful for answers from like this David Butler who says heights because now I want to talk about other things other than
Yeah.
animals and rodents and amphibians and all those creatures, right? This young lady I'm about to tell you about is terrified of fire.
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 Ooh.
Now, for a good reason, a very just cause.
Mhm.
So when she was 17 years old, her mother's house caught a fire while they were sleeping. And they had to thank God for the little brother who got them up in time and got them out of the building before it actually burned to the ground with them in it.
Yeah,
So it's a reasonable understanding as to
Mhm.
why this woman is so like anytime she sees fire, and I think it's just like the Dorian victims. Anytime they hear wind and rain, a lot of them are traumatized based on those elements that um plague them during the time of Dorian. And you can understand because I let them talk. So a lot of people that you talk to who survived Dorian will tell you anytime it rains, it invokes this terrible feeling, and some are just very they're fearful. All right. So with the fire, the young lady is very fearful of fire.
I just remembered something.
Oh God.
There is an animal that I am still very, very much afraid of. Stingrays.
See, I ain't getting in the water like that.
Yeah,
I'm scared.
because it's a reason when I was young, I got one of them catch me in my foot, and as of recently, I never was before. I mean, it is something you should be afraid of, but it's sharks.
I think we're all afraid of sharks.
No,
You know
I wasn't.
what?
I wasn't scared. Like, of course, if you go to the beach and you see a shark, you can be terrified if you could be in the water of it. But it was that video that I saw where someone was like on Goodman's Bay, and they showed this video of this hammerhead shark eating a stingray, and I'm like, bro, if you could deal with the thing I'm scared of, then obviously it's you that I need to run from. Like, what's going on?
All right, so says, are we the only people that talk to the creature as we're about to kill it?
That does give you confidence. Let me tell you something. I was on the phone with me smashing up Jerry. Say, Jerry, where you going? Come in this corner. Out. Yeah.
Okay. So back to the lady in the fire. So she survived a very, very traumatic time in her young life where fire is concerned. So fast forward another 25 years where she's now married and expecting a child. Okay. Her husband thinks that she's pretty anal when it comes to her fear of fire. So she's the type of person before bedtime, most people just make sure that the door is locked and, the shutters are down or the curtains are closed or whatever. She goes and she unplugs everything: clock, microwave, blender, make sure the stove, that they have an electric stove, she unplugs that, right? So every morning she got to reset the clock on the stove. She minds not, okay? That's how traumatic that experience. You raise your eyebrow, why?
I don't know. It's seeming more like she's scared of BPL than fire.
Man, I agree. Come, Biscuit. You gotta hear this one. This one.
I can't stay too long.
Man. Oh man. So Biscuit, do you have a fear of anything? Creature, heights, anything? Rats?
Heights. I can deal with heights very well.
Okay, so heights. All right. So this young lady I'm telling you guys about She's afraid of fire. She survived a fire
Mhm.
where her mother's house in particular burnt, and she was lucky to get out before it actually got her asleep. So fast forward, she's married now and is pregnant, and because of her fear, she always every night walks around the house and she unplugs everything before bedtime. So stove gets unplugged, microwave gets unplugged,
Mhm.
night light, everything that is in a socket, she's pulling it out because of her fear. Now the problem with it is that her husband thinks that she's overdoing it. And he's saying to her, "Oh, you know, you're just a little bit too extra. I understand what happened to you many moons ago, but I think it's time now you shake it off and
Mm.
stop doing that." What do you think so far?
Hmm.
Do you think he's wrong, or is it that she's just trying to be safe?
It's almost like a 50-50
How so?
because I get like you have to be cautious because like like that's how most fire starts, like from the sockets and it's electrical fires. Uh
Yeah.
Jeez. But only she needs to unplug everything.
Unplug everything, my boy. You leave no stone unturned. Everything gets unplugged. All right. So
Hmm.
with that, he complains and complains that it's just too much. It's really just too much. But it caused a little argument between them, and she's also reminding him that she's pregnant. So don't upset me. Just allow me to be, and just try to keep the calm that's in our home, right?
Mm-hmm.
So one evening she comes home, and her husband's co-workers, his boys, are at the house,
Mm-hmm.
and of course they're turning up, and she's like, it's a little bit too noisy, and they have on too much lights and whatever. So they turn off some of the lights, and they're playing some board games. They're drinking, and she's like, y'all a little bit too loud. She's gonna go upstairs and lay down because she wasn't feeling so pregnancy. I get it. You're
Yeah,
tired, whatever.
understandable.
So she lays down, and she tells them that they're making too much noise. So while they're playing their games and whatever, right? He comes upstairs and he says to her, I just need you to understand that I need my time too, especially because when this baby comes, then I won't have the same free time that I have now, which is true. When
Yeah,
the
it's
baby comes,
true.
listen to me. Your life
That's a
changes
huge
drastically.
responsibility. It's true, but
So this was just
y'all
like his
y'all
turn.
being loud though, but y'all like
Yeah, tone it
you
down.
can still have fun and whatnot, but tone it
Tone
down.
it down. Yeah. So
Because you in people's house and like what it was after hours.
it wasn't that late.
No,
From
but
what I was told, it wasn't that late. But listen, I need you to hear this punchline. So here's the problem. So while they're turning up and thing, and he comes and he explains, I know we're a little loud, but this is us just partying because
Mhm.
this is the turn up before my life somewhat turns down in terms of having more responsibility. Can't hang out with the boys, gotta
Mhm.
be with the baby, all of that kind of thing. So she kind of just excused it. She asked him to close the door
Yeah.
while she takes a little nap because it wasn't that late. It wasn't bedtime yet,
Yeah.
right? So they're downstairs, and she could still hear it through the door because she's upstairs, and she's listening to the noise but just trying to relax until she falls asleep. She actually fell asleep.
Mhm.
All right. Do you know? Do you know, ladies and gentlemen? I hope you're ready for this because when I heard it, I just couldn't believe it. Do you know, while she's asleep and resting and now calm and cool, she hears from downstairs a shriek sound, a shrill, if you'd like, of her husband and his friend screaming out, "Fire! Fire!"
Oh
Yes. So the question is, was there a fire? The answer to that is simply no.
no. Oh, heads will roll. Heads
This
will roll.
was there was no fire.
Heads will
Absolutely
roll.
no
Like they
fire.
did that as a prank.
It's a prank.
Oh, heads will roll. You don't do that
Okay,
to
so
someone.
let's look at it. That's
You don't do that to someone like if they have like a real erupt.
She's fearful and she's pregnant.
Yeah.
There's two things going on here.
Could cause a miscarriage.
It could cause a miscarriage. It could cause her to lose her baby.
Yeah.
We know all of the repercussions. But in his argument, he's saying that was their way. Well, they were just having fun, in his words, right?
Mm-mm.
But their way of helping her
No.
to overcome
No.
her
No,
fear.
no. That's what therapy is for. That's what you guys did was traumatizing.
Right. So now, here it is. She runs downstairs
No.
only to find her husband and his friends laughing.
They can get kicked out the house that night.
Okay, so,
Out the house.
Okay, so they get kicked out, and it's just you and him. What do you say?
He also will get kicked out. Everybody ain't kicked out.
He going to?
He going to?
I'm gonna take a quick look on that. What would you do, people? And what do you think she did? And what would you do if you were in this very, very precarious position? This is Free Your Mind. It is a Trapsy Tuesday right here on the Star.
Empress, that's horrible.
I'm telling you what
That's horrible.
they scream fire.
Your pregnant wife, you choose then in that moment to traumatize your pregnant. Let me go.
Let me go. Oh, Jesus.
All them get kicked out because what if I had miscarriage?
Yeah,
That's murder.
I know. Beats, what saved you so far? It's not funny.
Wow. I thought it was gonna go a different way.
You did?
Yeah. I really thought it was gonna go a different way. Mind you, the way I thought it was gonna go was gonna be equally as bad. But well, not equally as bad, but that one's worse. Yeah. I was thinking that she was there, complaining, making noise or whatever. And he's gonna take one candle and put it like in the hallway. And then light the candle and be like, yeah, if you bad, come past this candle then. That's bad. That's embarrassing. But to scream out fire, you literally reenacted the exact situation that gave her this fear of fire.
Tamara says that's so unfortunate. He could let him sound asleep for it to be awakened by then screaming fire.
Yeah.
She's on top of that, she's pretty. Thank God she wasn't scared.
Yeah. Not just that, but he literally recreated the exact same situation that gave her the fear in the first place. And then
he's helping her.
no, you're not helping because and then on top of that, let's not ignore the embarrassing part of so I pregnant with your child, I upstairs sleeping, you downstairs having a good time, and you and your friends laughing at me because I scared of fire because I almost died when I was a child, and that's something to make a joke about. Wow, Empress.
Fire's burning, but there was absolutely no fire. All right. One says that Christian says that he'll be in the doghouse for a while. I'm here to tell you, ladies and gentlemen, that this young lady, on the way to going to check her vitals at the hospital, called her lawyer to file for divorce. Do you think that's too extreme? That's the question. Because one says he'll be in the doghouse for a long time. But I'm here to tell you that on the way to going to check her vitals, she called her lawyer to file for divorce. I'm saying maybe, she just mad right now, but this has happened 2 weeks ago. And she's literally filing for divorce. 2 weeks have blown off. The smoke has
Empress, I you know what?
It's too extreme.
I don't. I actually I agree with her on this one.
She's saying, A, I could have miscarried with our first child, right? B, you're irresponsible because here it is. Think about the repercussions. Had I have miscarried, what would you say to me? Like, what?
Sorry.
And then he's saying, but you didn't. You didn't miscarry. That's his rebuttal. But you didn't. Well, you're missing the whole point.
But did you die? Nah. It don't go like that. That is a concerning level of lack of judgment. That goes beyond childish to being borderline abusive. Because it's one thing if he knows that she has this situation, this very justified fear of fire, right? Very justified. If this had happened when it was the two of them home alone, she wasn't pregnant. Maybe we could have laughed a little bit about it. Maybe we was having a date night. We have the house to ourselves, and I do this to you as a joke. You were awake, you are awake or in a different part of the house or something like that, and I do this to you. Or if this is something that I did do like on a regular to get you more desensitized to someone screaming fire, I could accept that. But to say that you're gonna do this after I come and tell you, hey, could y'all keep it down a little bit? Because it comes off like this is done as a retaliation, as to say, oh, I just trying to have fun with my boys, and once you don't have this baby, I can't have fun no more. First of all, where's your values at right now? You worrying about having fun with your boys? This ain't your bachelor party, bro. What are you talking about?
No fun with the boys. This is your wife.
Well, you can have all the fun you want. He's chosen the life that he wants to live. He wants to live a life with his boys where he could act as though he's still inside a fraternity. Because that's the kind of thing this is. That's a frat house move. You don't need to be that kind of person. That's no.
Tamara says very immature of him and his friends. And then that to me, that I question his friends as well. Because that means for me that his friends, because I still don't know who initiated the whole idea of screaming out fire, but they all agreed because they all did it. So somebody was the ringleader, and the other two were the followers.
I wouldn't go as far as to say. Well, yeah, you know what? Kind of the friends, because it could be in one situation where A, it's the friends who egged them on to do it, which all of them wrong, or B, it's the friends who didn't stop him and say, "Boy, you are drunk. Why do you no?" Even after he said fire, if they really cared about him, really cared about his relationship, that they could even scream after he say fire, like, no, ain't no fire, stop, like, and leave, because you are out of pocket. That's crazy.
This one says, Redwick says she has a right to file for divorce. He needs to stop like him, man.
Isn't that a crime?
What?
If you go into like a public place, right?
Well, this is the same public.
I know, but same premise. You are causing unnecessary or unwarranted duress in other people. You're causing an alert that can cause people with a heart condition or pregnant women to miscarriage or have incidents. That's
and his his rebuttal was, "But you didn't," and to me, that took me to another level of insensitivity. All right, you you're saying you're sorry. Yes, you. I'm talking to you. You're saying you're sorry by asking a question. Did it happen to you? It almost come off as yeah. Yeah,
You know what she
that's
should
enough
do?
for me.
She should still divorce him, but play like she's not gonna divorce him and act like everything cool, and then pay someone to like fake rob them, like
Yeah,
to
right.
fake
Go,
to, to,
go on now.
to fake break into the house
Uh-huh.
and fake come into their room like in the middle of the night and fake stand over them with a fake gun and be like, "Oh, I robbing y'all,"
Okay.
and then be like, "But did you really get robbed?" Because
Really, me?
that's the level of alert that he caused in this woman.
Wow. AJ says, I don't understand how people can stay in a house where persons are consistently playing pranks. Some of the pranks I see people doing the videos and TikToks and online is running out. The one you described is one of those running out type of prank. It means you don't know what to say. I don't believe in pranks, period.
I like pranks.
I don't like surprises and I don't like
I like pranks. Pranks keep the relationship
I've been to a baby
going.
shower where I told the people, do not surprise her. Let her know,
Mhm.
knowing the type of person that she is. You guys, I'm telling you, do not surprise her. Oh, she can be fine. She can be fine. And they did the surprise, and she went into early labor.
Oh,
Okay, she went into early labor, right there on the spot. And I'm like, see, I told y'all, surprise is not for everyone. It's not. It's not. Some people will go into cardiac arrest. Some pregnant women will go into early childbirth. And yeah, I don't believe it.
but on the other hand, that's got to be like hands down one of the most memorable baby showers of
No,
the
it
year.
wasn't. It wasn't because
That's memorable.
the pressure went up. All right. And she ended up having to have an emergency C-section, which financially she wasn't prepared for. And had they listened to me
Hmm.
and just let her know, it's still a gathering. And this was my argument. It's still a gathering. She's still going to be very happy about it. She's still going to receive all these gifts. Don't surprise her. She's not that type. I couldn't tell.
So, after all of that, was the baby still okay? Was she still okay?
No, the baby wasn't. The baby lived. The
Hmm.
baby ended up in ICU
For a bit.
for some other. Yeah, yeah.
Oh.
I was like, yeah. So who's going to help her pay the bill? Hmm?
So,
Yeah.
what,
So what?
what you're saying is it all worked out in the end.
You sound like this woman. You're being funny, and I'm not.
Yeah, it's a serious thing.
No, man. Oh gosh.
Like, yeah, that's
So the bottom line
uh-uh.
is, do we all agree that it's worth her divorcing him?
Yeah.
This is not a situation to just be mad for a month, 2 months, and then 3.
I think that even if she doesn't go through with the divorce, if she decides to forgive him, yeah, like if she starts to go as far as to start the process, whether she carries through or changes her mind later on down the road, I think that this is that serious. This is such a boundary that's been crossed that you need to show that you're prepared to to show him how serious you take this. Because if you don't take this as serious, as if you don't show him how serious this is, he's never gonna understand.
I think at least they need constant to see if they can help him grow up. Because that's a really childish move for him and his boys. Well, birds of a feather flock together. So
you know, children. You know the sub children to grow up. You know the sub children to grow up and learn boundaries. Cut up, and the divorce will be that. Divorce him. Even if you don't go through that, give him the papers. Let him feel what you felt. Bottom line.
Give him the papers.
Give him the papers.
But and mean it? You sound to me like you don't want to mean it.
I don't think people give people divorce papers without meaning it.
Right.
Now, if you change your mind, which anyone is able to do at any given time, you could change your mind. That's fine. Don't feel bad about changing your mind. But I think you need to show him how serious this is.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm thinking, she may get a little mushy when the baby reaps and babies do any minute.
She could change her mind. She could change her mind, but you need to show him.
She's very headstrong, and I don't get the feeling that there is any change. I do think she's going to leave him for this. Why are you laughing?
Sorry, it reminded me of another practical joke I saw. That was also kind of funny, but it was
There's nothing funny about this.
no.
Not.
It's kind of funny in a dark humor kind of way.
Right. I didn't want to know it. I don't want to know it. All right, so there you have it, folks. Another Trapsy Tuesday. Fire. Not a good thing to do. It was an absolutely childish prank, and now it's costing you a marriage. Was it worth it? Is the question.
No.
Was it a teachable moment? Did it, get her over her fear?
No.
The answer to that is still no. All right.
Other thing is he wasn't even honest about the nature of the prank, because that's like them people who they'll say something about you that's really mean, and it's a mean thing to say, and then turn around and be like, oh man, it's just a joke.
Oh, no.
You know, I almost died in a house fire when I was sleeping.
17, right.
And then you go to try to say that the house is on fire while I'm pregnant, after I just asked you and your friends if you could just keep it down a little bit.
Yeah.
It comes off as retaliatory.
And like you say, it's
Yeah.
almost like punishment.
Yeah. It wasn't to help her.
Oh my Lord.
That's all it was.
Sorry, I'm so sorry about this situation. Only could pray for the best. I'm happy that the baby was unharmed. And yeah, thank you guys for listening. Thank you so much. Get ready for it. Top of the hour. Your Drive at 5 comes your way right here in the hit station. We're Star 106 Hits. Giving me a hard time. Giving me a hard time.
What, cooking?
The
On this?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ask him to go in the building and pull up the file and see what happens. There's a reason why. All right, guys.